Muy buenas a todos, Antoñitos. Esta semana volvemos una vez más con Regreso al Futuro, el juego. A continuar la partida que estábamos haciendo hasta ahora. Hemos llegado al año 1932, si no me equivoco. Y tenemos que liberar a Doc de la cárcel, porque si no van a acabar con él en cuanto salga del ayuntamiento cuando lo liberen. De alguna manera, que no me acuerdo cuál era. Entonces hemos llamado a la casa de los Brown. Y nos han dicho que el joven Emmett Brown, el joven Doc, está en el ayuntamiento ayudando. Y tenemos que ayudarle a construir un cohete taladradora, me parece. Así que vamos a continuar y a ver qué es lo que nos encontramos en el capítulo de hoy. El 31, he dicho 32. Venga. Tenemos que ir a buscar al joven Emmett Brown de 17 años. Así que nos vamos del comedor social este. Salimos fuera y vamos directamente al ayuntamiento. Venga, vamos. Corriendo. Cruzamos por el medio del parque, va. ¿Qué pasa con Einstein?
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Simplemente le saluda muy bien, me parece correcto. Hay que entrar a la corte, al ayuntamiento.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal
Me parece que ya hemos
documents.
encontrado al Doc de
Nobody is
17
supposed to handle them but
años.
sworn officers of the court. Papa, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown?
Y el padre de Doc.
Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown, but I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Madre mía, que se creó un abogado.
Naturally, h2 of a multiplied by the inversion of h has to come out less than expectation value of a, right?
Bueno, vamos a seguirle.
Or do we take h to stand for
Te hagas el remolón.
multiplied by the inverse of a might well be equal to a's expectation.
Pero si va hablando de multiplicaciones, ¿cómo no vas a ser doctor? Ah, vale, porque el padre le está lavando el cerebro para que...
Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how
Madre mía, qué palabrería.
constant mass of acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light. Oh,
Yo sigo a Emmett, pero vamos de cabeza. Ah, no officers. Venga, vamos a entrar a la oficina del abogado.
Hello?
No solicitors!
Well, no. I'm gonna be the inverse.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends.
Está bien
They get
eso.
in the way of work.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Que trabajas en un
Invention?
taladro, vete.
You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. The coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible?
Come on, wait up a minute.
Un
You
momento.
again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Que tío, más plasta, por favor. Tengo algo, vamos a hablarme sobre tu taladro, vete. Yo también soy un científico, voy a
I'm sort of
decirle.
in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of
Sí,
interest,
claro,
which is
claro, claro.
law,
No
but
te
I
digas.
don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
Claro, soy
Tell
un
me something,
científico
Mr.
reputado, además.
Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Amazing, yes. Vale, pues no me vale decirle que soy un científico. Es que no sé si insistirle sobre el taladro cohete o decirle que tengo algo importante para que hagas. ¿A qué hora terminas? Vamos
So,
a
Emmett,
preguntarle.
what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
tengo algo importante para que hagas.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the legal eagle act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Madre mía.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Me parece que le hemos dado en el clavo ahí, que se está cansando ya. Venga, vamos, háblame sobre tu taladro.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Madre mía. Vamos de mal en peor, ¿eh? Vamos a seguirlo otra vez.
Oh, no.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Aquí en medio de la calle, sí señor. No te preocupes, tu secreto del taladro que te está a salvo conmigo.
Come on, you can trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for.
Todo el rato se anda equivocando entre Doc y Emmett.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a
poniendo
scientist once
nervioso.
more, I'll sue you for defamation of character.
Vamos a seguirle más.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Sí, ya sé que es un... Venga, voy a seguir insistiéndole sobre el taladro que te.
About
Don't
yours.
say it.
Vale, ¿qué ha pasado de mí? Muy bien.
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Pues, ¿cómo puedo llamar la atención de este paisano? A ver qué dice Einstein.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
H to the A multiplied by the inverse of...
Will you just...
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Madre mía. ¿Qué tal si sale más
Let you knock
temprano?
off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Suenas un poco asustado.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
¿Qué
What's this
estás
important
haciendo?
business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated,
Asunto
very
legal, muy
obstruse.
complicado.
I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before Pop.
Dios, qué
I mean,
rápido habla.
before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
And
Pues un taladro.
about yours.
Say it.
No lo digas. Vale, muy bien. Pues ya hemos hablado con Emmett lo suficiente como para saber que no vamos a poder. Como narices. Podemos convencerle. ¿Cómo puedo convencer a Doc? A ver.
Doc,
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Sí, sí, lo he encontrado. Bueno,
well,
conocí a tu
I met your
joven.
younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
Bastante
You won't even
antipático.
talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
Emmett dice que no es un científico. Tu joven yo murmura mucho. Pareces un dedicado, muy dedicado a la ley.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Sí, claro, ya, pero... Tu joven yo murmura mucho.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter
La
unless...
expo de Hill Valley.
The Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger beings will put
pondría
on
la
a
aparición de Hill
demonstration of the
Valley.
Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted
Varios
inventors
inventores
who
que
shaped
moldearon
my
mi carrera.
career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure. One which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Emmett dice que no es un científico.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks he's been sent by my father to check up on me.
¿Cómo puedo hacer que el joven Doc confíe en mí?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Muy bien. ¿Por qué la expo te hace murmurar?
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums.
Claro.
No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad.
No.
I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Puedes descifrar qué es lo que me meto, joven yo. Pareces muy dedicado a la ley. Ah, no. Sí.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems.
Okay,
Claro.
but don't forget.
Por eso tengo una grabadora, chaval. Vamos a grabar. Por eso pillé una grabadora del DeLorean. Para poder... ¿Dónde estás? Ahí estás. Oh, no. Con la leche, vamos. Venga, antes de que se vaya. Joder, no, hombre, no. Corre.
Inverse. Ah, yes. No. Not possible. No.
Tengo que esperarle aquí.
Nah.
Now, if H stands for one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally...
Entrada. Ahí estamos. Vamos a grabarle.
H to the
H a la A multiplicado por el inverso de A. H a la A multiplicado por el inverso de A. ¿Te han pillado? Ah, pero no sabe lo que es una grabadora, así que... Pasando a ti. Emmett joven.
Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times...
La comisaría de policía. Vamos a hablar con el viejo Doc. Que es el que nos va a decir lo que queremos saber.
Doc!
Marty, how goes the escape plan?
Grabé tus murmullos.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief. Is that me? I sound
Se
so...
ve tan
Young?
joven.
I was going to say intense.
Intenso.
I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum.
Dijo Ivanov.
Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian
El
operator.
operador hamiltoniano.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
Me he quedado igual.
So,
It'll be fine.
Estaremos bien. Esa es la respuesta. Fuera.
hang in
anda.
there, Doc.
Not the best.
Vamos. Venga, vamos a hablar con el joven Emmett y vamos a darle la respuesta a su ocasión, a ver si confía en nosotros. Y se piensa que realmente somos científicos. Emmett.
Will you just give me a chance?
Venga, una más oportunidad más. La cosa es un crimen federal, señor Corleone. H es igual al operador hamiltoniano.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
Eso.
I said maybe
¿Has
H equals
escuchado?
the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah.
Claro.
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Leo mucho a Julio Verne, que es el que le apasiona.
It's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this.
Verdad, la
Welcome.
oficina
I'm at
de
your service.
patentes.
What can I do for you?
Realmente necesito tu taladro cohete, realmente necesito tu taladro cohete o realmente necesito tu taladro cohete. No sé ni qué decirle. ¿Con qué intensidad? Realmente necesito tu taladro cohete.
Of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
¿Me da la mañana? Totalmente operativo. Lo necesito esta noche.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. It's part of the investigation into the
Vale,
business
que te tengo que
affairs of
ayudar a
Kit
entregar la
Tannen.
citación.
Is it vitally important you see that rocket power drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
Uf, le tengo que entregar esto a
I
Tannen.
got to subpoena my grandpa?
Es una citación para mi abuelo.
It's Kit Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Bueno, parece ser que tengo que buscar a mi abuelo, pero no... Ah, mira, podemos preguntarle a Edna.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
A señorita
Hello, Mr.
Strickland.
Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
Puedo preguntarle... Siento lo de Einstein.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
Está de multiplicar al perro. A ver, ¿cuál es la exclusiva o qué hay de la otra historia? ¿Cuál es la exclusiva? Va.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for
Madre
soup
mía,
deliveries.
vaya personas con las que se junta Marty, no paran de hablar. Uf. ¿Qué haces entregas de sopa? ¿Qué hay de la otra historia? ¿Qué es la sociedad siempre sobrios? ¿Qué es de la sociedad siempre sobrios?
Stay Sober Society.
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former
Ex-vagabundos
hopeless drunken
ebrios,
bums.
desesperados.
I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
Yo sé dónde pueden reunir la sociedad siempre sobrios. ¿Lo sé? Bueno, se lo puedo preguntar.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
En el parque, en la estación de policía, en el bar clandestino que explotó. En el bar clandestino que explotó. Sí.
You could meet in the speakeasy, the one that got bombed last Wednesday.
Now, wouldn't that be poetic irony? But I'm not sure the building is structurally safe.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
¿Dónde podrían ir? La residencia Brown, la estación de policía, en el parque... ¿En el parque?
You can meet in the park.
No, that's no good. Too many of the members sleep in the park.
Cierto, es verdad.
I know a place where the
A un
Stay...
sitio donde... vamos a decir la residencia
The
Brown.
Brown residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, you know, good causes like yours.
Really? Why, that's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please, tell your friend Emmett we accept. The meeting isn't due to start for a little while, so that'll give our people some time to set up.
A ver qué hay de la otra historia.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
¿Habéis entregas de sopa?
You make hot soup
Lo
deliveries?
único que nos falta por
It's one of
preguntarle.
my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley
Ya, ya.
Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted
para chicos
Children,
indeseados, que esto es de los X-Men.
Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
¿Puedo ayudarte a entregar sopa?
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh, which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get overeager. I drive the soup cycle in this
La
town, and I'm not
sopacleta.
about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions,
Yeah?
you can let me know when they're running low on soup.
Sé de una caridad que necesita
As
sopa.
a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Lo sé.
Oh, who?
¿Quién? La Sociedad Siempre Sobrios, el orfanato... No sé ni qué decirle, el manicomio, la casa de descanso, la granja de chicos indeseados. Bueno, de hecho no lo sé, no importa. No importa por qué.
Never mind, I'm wrong. The pool hall isn't a charity.
Certainly not.
No. Venga, vamos a salir de
I
aquí.
got a book.
Tengo que anotar.
Oh, where?
Voy a ver. Es que no voy a sacar nada preguntándole a Tannen. Bueno, siempre puedo probar algo. Ay, mierda de cambio de perspectivas, tío.
Sorry, boss. Get out of here.
How about you?
Huh?
I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk
Ah,
up.
que quiere que le limpie las
Either
botas.
you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
Supongo que para lustrar sus zapatos fue mi error, simplemente me haré a un costado. Para lustrar sus zapatos, a ver qué podemos sacar de hablar con este hombre. Invitaste a la sociedad siempre sobria, ¿puedo repartir un poco de tu sopa? ¿Quieres? ¿Por qué te estás siempre sobria? Uf, es que es muy pretencioso preguntarle eso. ¿Puedo repartir un poco de tu sopa? Esto me parece más...
Hey, I represent United Charities of Hill Valley. Can you authorize me to pick up soup from your establishment and deliver it to some very deserving souls?
Nah, that Strickland dame's got the charity racket pretty much locked up. No point in giving her competition.
Estoy buscando a Arthur
I'm
McFly.
looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. He's very busy today.
¿Y sabes cuándo puedo encontrarlo?
So when do you think Arthur will be leaving the office?
When I tell him he can leave the office. Hey, you missed a spot.
Epa, vale, hombre. ¿No es ese hombre de Artie?
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
De maní. ¿Puedo comprarte ese sombrero? ¿O me das un poco de maní? Bueno, puedo comprarte ese
Can I buy
sombrero,
Arthur's hat
pero no
off
tengo
you?
dinero.
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoe shine boy? I'm hanging on to my peanut bowl.
¿Me das un poco de maní?
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy.
Esto
Go ahead,
magnánimo.
knock yourself out.
Hey, kid!
Yeah?
What the hell is that?
Hey!
Ay, ay, ay. Venga, llévate el sombrero. Ay, qué torpes son. Venga. Vamos.
Give me that hat, you lousy crook!
Emmett!
¿Por qué has cogido el sombrero? Ostras, que viene el otro. Ahí va. Venga, vamos. Joder, qué ágil.
Emmett!
Y ahora se han perdido.
Nobody makes a monkey
¿Qué
out of
logra hacer con
tin
esto? Porque no tengo ni idea. Ah, bueno. Ah, la mierda en el suelo. Siempre que huimos de los Tannen, acaban o hasta arriba de mierda o pisando mierda, alguna cosa de estas. Hombre, supongo que en este juego mantendrán la costumbre y le echarán un buen balde de mierda encima.
Get out!
Tengo el sombrero. Pero bueno, ahora siendo hora de acabar el capítulo. Lo dejaremos aquí por hoy. La semana que viene muchísimo más, supongo, media horita más o menos. Hemos conseguido el sombrero de Arthur McFly de nuestro abuelo y tenemos que buscar a nuestro abuelo para entregarle la citación que tenía que entregar Emmett para así poder hacer que salga antes de su trabajo como abogado y poder hacer que construya o que nos dé la réplica, el prototipo del cohete, taladro cohete, para poder liberar al Doc del presente, bueno, del futuro en este caso. Si os ha gustado este capítulo, le dais a like, lo compartís con vuestras redes sociales, os suscribís si aún no lo habéis hecho. ¿A qué estáis esperando? Comentáis abajo lo que os ha parecido el capítulo y hasta el próximo capítulo. ¡Antonio!